Fantastic Four First Steps is the 37th movie in the MCU, and it is the introduction to the MCU version of the Fantastic Four, and it is Marvel's third time at creating a good Fantastic Four film series. Well, maybe the fourth time if you count that unreleased 1994 um Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie that never got released officially, just bootleg copies. But I haven't seen that, so I can't comment on that one. But I have seen the 2005 Fantastic Four movie and the 2007 sequel, Silver Surfer. Those were okay. The 2015 Fantastic Four sucked. One of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen. This one is an improvement. This what made this different from the other MCU movies released last year. This one actually feels more like a comic book come to life, which in my opinion all superhero movies should feel that way. Well, with a few maybe a few exceptions on certain ones. But I don't know. The ones that like this should feel more like a comic book come to life. Also, what I love about this is you don't have to watch any of the previous MCU movies in order for this to make sense because this is set in an alternate universe. Like I think it's Earth 838 is what they said in it, and so it's like a retro futuristic 1950s world where the Fantastic Four live on their version of Earth, trying to protect it from evil villains. It combines the 1950s with retro futuristic stuff we've seen in sci-fi movies from the 50s and 60s to make this alternate world they live in look cool, and it does look cool. The visuals in this movie are pretty great. The production design, the CGI visuals of the city. I don't know how much of it is production design, how much of it is visuals, but they did a good job making it look that way nonetheless. And the costumes on the characters are great. The costumes on the Fantastic Four are great. This one doesn't show their origin story. Well, it does a little bit. Like it starts off with this talk show interview with the Fantastic Four explaining how they got their powers in this brief flashback montage of how it happened. It shows them fighting some of their enemies from the comics throughout the montage, and a lot of these characters I never heard of because I don't keep up. Never been big into the Fantastic Four as much, but the powers in this movie are pretty accurate. The performances are very good. Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic, which I'm a little tired of seeing Pedro Pascal and everything, but he does a good job with this role. And him and Vanessa Kirby have good chemistry as husband and wife. She plays Miss Invisible, and she's pregnant with their first kid, and they're stra- well, can't wait to meet the baby. And Ben Grimm, their friend, is basically supposed to be their godfather, and he's a super strong guy who's like he's been hit by like he's made of like asteroid rock meteor rock that makes him strong, similar to the Hulk, and he's struggling to fit in with people and um it's this pretty blind lady that he falls in love with, and there's a romantic subplot with them that's been handled a bit easier. Yeah, but I mean, this movie is family friendly. It's mostly aimed towards kids. It's more kid friendly than most MCU movies, which I like. And the villain in this movie is an alright Galactus. It's an alright villain, but not as cool as I hoped he would be. And the action scenes are just there. They're not all that impressive. They're good. Good visually is the way they look, but not as cool as I hoped they'd be. The could have been flashed out more. And the other um and the Silver Surfer, she's a female in this one, and a lot of people criticize that, but they took like the original male Silver Surfer and combined it with his this other character who's his girlfriend in the comics, and I think there is a female Silver Surfer in a different version of the Fantastic Four comics was where they got this from. No, no, this was good. There was no woke nonsense, no political politics in your face like most movies today. This is a straightforward superhero film done very well. And there's a post-credit scene that reveals the Doctor Doom spoiler. We don't really see his face; you just see like the hooded outfit he wears from behind. Oh no, this is a good MCU movie. I give it a thumbs up. All right, that's my review. If you like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more. Thank you and God bless. Bye.